Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jody and I love sharing healthy, budget-friendly recipes here on this channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make the best beans in your Instant Pot, as well as a recipe to make your own refried beans. It takes a little bit of prep work, but you can do this once a month and then freeze your beans, and then you don't have to buy any more canned beans. All right, so first things first, you are going to need an Instant Pot and some beans. I'm just gonna go ahead and rinse these. You do not need to soak your beans at all for this recipe. You're just gonna rinse them, and then you will need water and, if you desire, some salt. So this is my pound of pinto beans, and you can use whatever kind of bean you want. And I like to do about half teaspoon of salt, but like I said, salt is not necessary, just if you like salty beans. And then water, I'm going to be adding 8 cups of water for 1 pound of beans. Always err on the side of too much water, because if you don't add enough water, then your beans can burn, especially the layer on top is not going to fully cook. So just make sure you use enough water. And then you can use the starchy water once they cook to make refried beans, which I will be sharing my recipe with you shortly. Or you can just simply drain off any excess water if you just want to use regular beans. Okay, and we're gonna just put the top on. Yeah, if I could figure that out. And then cook these for 38 minutes on high pressure. This is going to make a super soft bean that you can throw into any dish, your burritos, soups, salads, or for making your own refried beans. So the reason that I like to make these beans like melt in your mouth soft, not only because they're good, but also because it makes it so easy for me to also make them into refried beans. Now, I was recently shopping at Target for my next video and saw that a can of refried beans is selling for 95 cents. While the 16-ounce bag that I made is selling for $1.59 and is going to make about 4 cans worth of refried beans. So if you are someone like me who eats a ton of beans, then you could really save a lot of money by making your own refried beans. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the recipe. So normally I keep some of the starchy water from cooking the beans, and I use that as the water in this recipe. But if you decide later on that you're going to make refried beans, then you can just use regular water. And then I like to use this potato masher that I have. It just makes it easier when I'm doing a large volume, but you can also just use a fork if you don't have a potato masher. And I just start by mashing up the beans. Okay, the seasonings I'm going to be using are pepper, salt, cumin, paprika, and then garlic powder and onion powder. You could also just chop up some garlic and onion if you have that on hand as well. And I will leave the full recipe down in the description box below. And I start out just with about 1/4 cup of water. You can always add more and thin it out depending on your preference. Okay, so I'm adding my pepper, salt, cumin, paprika, and then onion and garlic. And then I'm just gonna stir it up, and you can adjust the seasonings to your preference if you like it a little bit spicier. And there you have it. Your own refried beans. All right, so I'm gonna try these real quick. They're good. And these are not too spicy, so if you are somebody who has kids or somebody who doesn't really like that spicy of food, they're not that spicy. And if you are somebody who does like spicy and you're like me, you might have to add hot sauce or salsa, something like that on top when you eat them. But if you are somebody that thinks black pepper is spicy, you might want to tone down the paprika and the cumin. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you do so and hit that little notification bell down below so that you won't miss my next video, which is going to be sharing with you how to eat for just $10 a week. Is that even still possible? I don't know. We'll see. If you want to see some of our grocery hauls for our family of 4 or some of our go-to plant-based recipes, check out my other videos.